Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Simple Sleeping Bag mod, which is being made by user Angry Glock. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is a simple sleeping bag for you to use in the world, and I quite like this mod. Now, I know, we actually have seen in the past a number of different full-on camping mods that do add in sleeping bags into the game, but they also do, of course, add in a lot of other stuff that you may not care about. So if all you're wanting is just something to quickly and easily throw into the world to have a nap, this is a perfect, simple little mod for you. So what exactly do you get with this? Well, it is the My Sleeping Bag, which is a sleeping bag, and does count as an aid item. It doesn't do anything besides letting you sleep once you place it on the ground, and does have a weight of 1, so not a whole lot there to carry. Very nice. And as you can see in here, whether it's on the ground like the image you guys just saw, or in our inventory, it is just a full-on laid out vanilla sleeping bag, which does mean if you have downloaded any mods that do change, say, the texture of the vanilla sleeping bag as a texture replace or something along those lines, it will also be reflected in this My Sleeping Bag, which is kind of neat, so you can change up the color if you do so desire through other means. Now, all in all, it's a pretty simple object to use, but we'll get to that in a moment. First, let's talk about how you do get your hands on one of these lovely things, and, well, it's very simple. You just need to go to any chemistry station in the world and head on down to Utility, where you have the My Sleeping Bag waiting for you to build for just a mere 5 cloth, which is pretty darn cheap, and means you can really make one of these things pretty much probably by the time you leave Vault 111. So you can have a sleeping bag most likely from the very beginning of the game, which is pretty cool. Now, as for how you do use this thing, well, it's simple. It's an aid item. All you gotta do is go into aid, click it, and boom, a sleeping bag will be placed at your feet. And all you need to do is click E to sleep, and then sleep for however long, and once you do wake up, the sleeping bag, there it goes, will disappear back into your inventory. So no need to actually worry about dismantling a campground or something. Once you've slept, the sleeping bag is automatically put back into you, which is very, very convenient. Now, being an aid item, you can also favorite it, so I can just hit 1 that I added as my favorite earlier, and boom, there we are. The sleeping bag will be added to the world. So again, just a nice convenient little thing there. Now, you are going to have to sleep to pick this thing up. So if you did have multiple sleeping bags in your inventory for some reason, yeah, you are going to have to actually sleep in both of them if you place them down. Now, you can, interestingly, drop them if I hit R there, and it comes out in the world as the full-on sleeping bag, which is interesting. And every time I have dropped it, it's kind of just been floating there in the middle of the air, just like this, which, very amusingly, you can jump on top of, because it's a solid object. So if you had plenty of sleeping bags in your inventory and a bit of patience, you could probably build a stairwell up to any height you would desire. And then once you're done getting up there, it is as simple as just, well, picking it back up and putting it in your inventory, which is kind of amusing. I don't know why it's a solid object like that, but hey, there you go. You can have a little bit of extra fun with this besides just using it to go to sleep. Now, as for sleeping, this is counted as a clean bed, so you can use it to sleep for as long as you want, but the catch is, of course, only within cells that allow it, which is just a thing in the game. It's not something the mod maker can really do anything about. There are some areas in the game, for instance, Vault 111, where you're just not allowed to sleep in. So if you place down one of these sleeping bags in there, it's not gonna work, which does mean since you can't sleep, you can't pick it back up. So you'll have just a random sleeping bag lying somewhere in the world, but oh well, you got another. You can just place it down, and boom, there you go. You got another sleeping bag ready to go. But yeah, that is really all there is to talk about with this mod. It's a pretty simple little mod, as the name would suggest, and even though it is just a simple singular item, I do quite enjoy it. So if you'd like to take a look at this mod for yourself, which I'd certainly recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description as per usual. But that, my friends, is going to be it for this one today. Hopefully you all have enjoyed and you come back for the next, but until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.